Morning. So guys, at work checking out. Gonna head out to Sacramento, make a delivery, go home. I'm gonna stop by. I had to go check on the 240. There's a need to check the oil catch can. I have not checked that. I have less than 1,000 miles since I put on the 240. It's been 4 years and I have not checked the oil catch can. So I probably should be doing that today. Once I get off work, I gotta do one more load, drop off an empty, and then I'll be done for the day. This is in my truck. I'm currently at work. I'm working overtime Saturday. So this is my day I come in extra. Basically, technically I'm working for free because what I make today pays for the taxes on my paycheck. So it, I got to do that so I can have extra money because I got to pay registration for the Q50 and the XC, and they both need to be small too. So hi everyone. So just waiting to check out. I'll show you guys around. So I'm waiting in line. Gonna check out. You guys on the phone now in the truck. Thanks for going to check out here. I'm doing pretty good. I just, like I said, I'm going through it. I know my dad is not, my dad's not beating cancer. So that's why I got to check on him today after work and hang out with him for a little bit. So I know I'm trying to get by, things happen. I'm trying to stay positive. Mentally, it's draining to, watch your parents slowly, eventually pass away. So my dad is, loves how I'm doing car stuff. If you guys aren't local, let me check out real quick. So if you guys are local, we'll be doing going to Cars and Coffee in Gulf, California. It's like in between Lodi and Elk Grove. So I'll have to post it. If you follow me on my Instagram, it should be on my stories. I'm gonna post it and then head out there probably with the XB, just because I can't drive the 240 until I get it smogged. So, and California, you can't do that. How many hours I got left? I got 2 hours. I'm gonna have to take a 30-minute break over inside. So I'll get nothing with my trailer. But yeah, so I gotta go and get things situated with the 240. My goal with the 240, honestly, I just want to tell everyone, no bullshitting. I don't want to use it for drifting anymore. Just because parts are very expensive, and I rather put it in towards the engine. And my goals, I would love to, get close, because right now it's stock, so I think I'm like almost 300 horses. I would love to get close to like the 500 range. Ideal goal would be internal wise, I would love to get 700. That's what I would really love on the 40, and I would like to do some motor racing. I'd like to hang with my buddies with the GTRs and the Corvettes, just because fast car shit. So I'd like to, get it going with that, but can't do that until I get the new job that I've been trying to get for a while now. So, if you guys don't know, new to the channel, I love to work in the prison. Say, why would you do that? You're crazy. You're working with people. Yes, I know every day you go to work, something could happen to you. But just the thought of, helping people, rehabilitate, or how you say it? Rehabilitate, or what's that word? I guess, let me try another word out. Help themselves get better. And then, it's nice. I like seeing people do better in life. And, if I can work in the prison, I can use my CDL to, transport in the buses. I have a lot of friends in the, positions. I work in corrections, highway patrol, so it'd be nice to get to work with them. And then also, it's the benefits, being able to provide, able to make a good enough money so I can keep making content. I'm not no big time YouTuber. I do this for a hobby, it's fun. And I started YouTube just because I was very shy. You guys don't know, my YouTube channel actually was me playing the ukulele and singing. So that's what I did on my YouTube. I sang, and I would do covers. Then it turned into, I stopped doing YouTube and just worked trucking. And then I got back into it and I started getting into bike riding. I was all into fitness and stuff, so I started bike riding and doing fixies and riding around Vegas. And then I came back home to Lodi, Stockton, and I had my EG8 sitting at my dad's house for a long time. And I was like, you know what, I gotta get this car running again. So that's basically how I got back into the automotive, getting things going with the car. And that's what I like to do. So cars are just something for me to escape and relax. I love to drive, so I'm a truck driver. I like how I can just, when I'm on the freeway, I get to see everyone's cool cars. And I've seen some dope cars on the road, especially when I go like towards Patterson, Salinas, Santa Cruz, San Jose, of course, San Francisco. You'd be like surprised. I don't really see like a lot of fix-up cars in San Francisco. It's usually all just stock BMWs or Mercedes or a bunch of Teslas. But I never see anything like really souped up. Whenever I go to like San Jose or up that area, they always see dope cars, and I love it. Once in a while, I'll see something like wild, like a Ferrari, something like old school Ferrari. So the thing is, truck drivers, we always when we see the same company drivers, we're way high. So if you guys ever see that, and then a lot of people say, when they do this, pull the horn and make the noise. Technically, we could actually get a ticket for that. So if you guys do that and somebody does that, we're showing love. Because technically, that's disturbing the residents, or you could scare somebody. So just a heads up. But yeah, just working. Sorry if it's bouncy. I'm on a bumpy road out here in Stockton. To get on the freeway, it should be smooth. This is all the industrial area where all the new warehouses. So if you guys are looking for work and jobs, Stockton area off Arch Road, there's a lot of warehouses opening up if you want to do labor work. I like it. I used to do forklift driving. I love doing forklift. I like order picking. I like working in the refrigerator. And then eventually I became a yard driver, and I love doing that. It's my favorite. I love backing up trailers. It's actually really, really fun. To me, it's like it's a video game. Backing in the trailer, disconnecting, and doing it. It was cool, and I used to train a lot of people for truck driving. And before I was going to work at this company, I was going to get a job as a teacher, teaching people how to truck drive. But the pay wasn't that great, and there's no overtime. It's just Monday through Friday, and 8 hours, and that's it. I'm like, yeah, I can't bump that, especially out here in California. It's expensive. I'd have to get a second job. But this job, I work 70 hours. So once I'm done with my 70 hours, I usually will go to the junkyard, and that's where I make some of my videos at the junkyard. And people would ask me, sorry, can you find me this part? Can you pick this part? And I'll go grab it for them, ship it out to them. And that's how I make my side money. And I literally just go there and pay for what? Not even my labor. I just go there and just pay me my gas money and to ship it. That's it. I basically do that for free. It's just I make content. So it's a cool little hobby. And then other than that, I just stay home and hang out with the family. So not much. Just visit my dad after work. I go visit my dad and my mom, make sure they're okay. Run errands if they need me to run them. Take to the doctors, pick up medicine, and then I go home. Then usually I run out of time because I have to get up early in the morning. So I'll wake up, I'll shower, eat, and then I literally go to bed, or I'll stay up and edit a video. And that's why sometimes it takes, a long time to, for me to upload, because I have to get up like in the following 7 hours, 6 hours, and then I have a 12, 14-hour day, work day. So I'll edit like clips here, then go to bed, get up. If I'm at a truck, or not a truck stop, but I'm at a location and they're taking a long time, I'll edit it on my phone and do the whole video while I'm at the getting offloaded. And that's usually like 30, 45 minutes. So that gives me time to, go through the videos and cut and paste and put everything together. So, yeah, that's it. And I don't want to bring no laptop. I don't want to do anything because I do have a camera that's actually watching me right now on drive. So once in a while you don't see me looking at the phone because it'll pop up and say, and I'm hella tall, so I gotta duck to look around the camera and the GPS on this truck. Yeah, don't kind of fast, bud. So yeah, that's what I'm doing, just working. Don't do too much. If I'm gonna do anything, it's usually try to do car content, car stuff. So coming up, I'll be heading out there. Hopefully a bunch of the guys from regular traffic will roll out too, so that'll be fun. I know, pretty sure Jose will come out there with the M3. I gotta show you guys that more. I'll be probably doing a live stream on that when I get there. Other than that, I'm just gonna try to get as much content as I can, and then upload it. Try to give you guys like as if you guys are there with me, so you guys can watch it. Yeah, no plans. I am looking for a new daily, like literally a daily, not something I can play with though. Yes, but I don't want to mess it up to where I can't drive it nowhere, because the XB is getting to the point where I'm putting too much rare parts on it, and if it gets damaged, it's going to be expensive to replace, like the 240. So I got to get my side skirts, my rear bumper. I was going to buy this bumper from a guy out in Vacaville, I believe. He had it posted for $100 or offer. It was damaged fiberglass, so it has to be repatched. The shop said they'll fix it for like $180, but not paint it, just patch it, fix it. I would have to do the Bondo and primer, and then try to paint match it myself. So I offered him $50 for the bumper. He said he had someone coming this weekend to pay $80, and I was like, nah, 80 plus 180. I was like, I might as well just buy the bumper new, because it's like $217 brand new. So I was like, I'll wait. So I'm still gonna probably go with that bell side style. But yeah, so I'll probably do that. Not much, really, just working, taking care of my mom and dad, talking to my daughter on the phone, and that's pretty much it. Sorry for the vibration, guys. They're on a phone mount on the air vent. Come on, dude. That beeping noise is when someone's next to my truck, and I got someone driving in my blind spot. So on this phone, not looking. Hey, man, one thing I see out here is so many bad drivers. That's one thing about truck driving, you see everything. And you see above everything. So there is some times where you you look down and you see the passengers, people are doing stuff in the cars. I got a lot of stories I can tell about that. People ask how long you've been driving for. This year will be 18 years. I've been driving trucks for 18 years. It's good money, but not as good as it used to be. Like, if you guys want to truck drive, it's a lot of competition now because people will do it for less than nothing a mile. I'm not paid hourly, I'm paid by the load, so I gotta keep rolling. It used to be like you could make like 8 to 10 grand a month. So now I'm not even making half of that. So wait until things finally pick up, maybe make some more, and then make more money. But like I said, I'm trying to work in the law enforcement. That's my goal. So I always wanted to do it. Feel like I need to do it. Want to have a good career. To me, this is just a job. Trucking is a good career if you own your own truck, maybe, but it's just not the same anymore. So I like trucking, but it's just the money's not there no more, and it sucks. So I gotta step up my game, get a better government job, so at least I'll have a good retirement. That's the main thing, is the retirement, because shoot, once I get old and I can retire, shoot, I'll just make content all day. I'll go to Japan and go make content all day, living off the baller money from the government for retirement. Passing the church. So downtown Stockton right now, heading to SAT. I make this delivery, and it's funny because I'm a workaholic. I like to work. I usually try to work 2 jobs or more. So a lot of these warehouses I actually deliver to, I've worked there before. So it's either I work there as a temp or I work there full time. And a lot of my full time jobs were always 410. So I get 4 days, 3 days off. Well, those 3 days off, I'd work as a temp for the warehouse. Have you ever been harassed by lawless? Yes, I have. So sorry, I just saw the comment. When I first started trucking, it was like Montana. I was at a truck stop there and you'd be sleeping and you hear knock knock on the side when you're sleeping. And you're not supposed to carry weapons with you, but I slept with my knife with me all the time. Sorry. Yeah, let me get up this hill. So you never know, because there is a story where Flying J in Lodi, California, on Highway 12 and I-5, where I'm on I-5 now, there was a truck driver that sat there for a couple days, and they checked on him. He was actually stabbed to death because the lot lizard stabbed him, killed him, robbed him, and left. And if you guys don't know, a lot of the owner-operators carry cash because they don't have time or they cannot even get into the city with a truck to go to the ATM. So they prefer to just, on their time off, they'll pull out like 20 grand and then have a save box in their truck. So I'm not trying to tell you guys that to go rob them or anything, because a lot of these truck drivers be packing. So even though the rules are no carrying firearms, you'd be surprised a lot of these guys will carry little 22s. And there's been times when I first started trucking with my trainer, he had a 22, and we went out to the salt flats, and I'm driving, and he's like, oh, shoot that out the window. So it's like desert, salt flats, nothing there, and I out there just bucking at the ground. So he always carried 20 grand on him as well. Like every owner op that I know, they always carry like 15, 20 grand, and they didn't have a house, so they live in a truck. So they keep all the money in the bank, and then also just have a storage for all their personal stuff, and then carry cash on them. And a lot of I haven't seen like none out here in Lodi or Sacramento, because they've been having very security and it's been good. But other places I've been to, like out of state, I've been to every state as a truck driver. I hate it. I don't like sleeping in a truck. It sucked. I did it for 2 years. And chaining in the snow, and yeah, I don't fuck that shit. But yeah, I did. I seen like a van pull up with the pimp in the van, and then the girls would jump out, all nationalities, all like lingerie style clothes with walkie-talkies, and they would go up to everyone's truck, knock on the door, and if you try to like no, I'm only to black girls, so they'll radio in and they'll bring in a black girl, and you know, it's kind of like, oh fuck, like leave me alone. So a lot of the times they'll knock on my window, and I'll be like, no, I'm good, please leave me alone, I'm trying to get some sleep. And then you got curtains and wrap on the window, and I had my DVD player, and I was just sitting there and watching movies. But yeah, that's just, it honestly feels like prison. You're in a small little cell. That's why I didn't like driving a sleeper, living on the road. I'd rather drive local, come home, go do car stuff with the homies, make content, and then, you know, if anything, work a side job to make some extra money. Ooh, nice as 1,000. But yeah, those are my things. Lawn lizard. It's yeah, they could be pretty violent. You gotta be careful. And like some of them, like I did see one like here. It was like some Russian girl. She tried to talk to me, and I was kind of like, nah, I'm good. And she was like trying to, you know, they start off like the most simplest thing: hold the door open for you so you can go in the truck stop. And then they see you walk out with like, you know, your drinks or your snacks for the day for on the road. And then they'll start trying to have conversation with you, and then ask you if you're looking for a friend, and like, don't get sucked into that shit, because you get caught up, you can get in trouble, you can get locked up, you can lose your job. Like, it's not worth it. Trucking will pay good if you're single. Like having a family, it is rough if you're taking care of the family, because they got to work a lot of hours like I do. So I work 70 hours. So right now I have 8 hours left that I can work, but I'm not gonna try to go over because I'll get a violation, then it could mess me up for working on Monday. So I'm just driving a sack, drop this trailer, grab it empty, come back to Stockton, drop it off, call it a day. And then today I'm gonna detail the Q15, the Integra, and the XB for tomorrow because cars are coffee. So want to get the cars clean for that. I got like everything almost for the Integra. I got the new silicone hoses. I got the spacers so I can put on the work wheels. What else I have? Like I still need to order his exhaust, front lip, the rear like canards that go on the Tamar style, and then I was gonna try to do side skirts. And I've been watching like those old school videos where they take rain gutters and they turn them into side skirts. And I was thinking like how do you manage your money? How much you spend on fun stuff, the car related stuff. Mimi, my wife, handles all the bills. I make the money. She handles the bills. Like I said, it's expensive living in California. I spent a lot of money my first year. I quit my job and went YouTube full time. I used my savings. I spent about $76,000 for the whole year. So $76,000 to making content, buying parts, and I did mess up. So I didn't open up a LLC. I did not file the write-off for all the parts. I screwed myself on that part. So $76,000 was a loss. So I had to take that loss, and that's when I went back trucking. I had to make the money back. So now I'm just focusing on actually wanting to buy another house, and I'd like to buy a house in Mexico. So trying to get, my wife's Mexican, so I can get a dual citizenship. Would like to get a house out there and do Airbnb. It's, you know, this was her idea, and I'm all for it. I love it. It's a great idea. I wanted to do that, so then at least I have you know, side business of another business going on to make income. I've been slacking. I've been really trying to get my merch and my clothing going on. I have like everything at home. I have everything to start going. I just got to order all my prints and start in the shirts. But like I said, I'm excited. I don't want my stepkids, to school. I was like, I'll take care of my little business because I'm not a kid, so I can handle it myself. So once I get to this, to the level where I can get things going, then yeah, I'll just order the shirts and then we'll do the packaging and all that stuff. Because that's my main thing, is I really want to have my own clothing brand. Like, and that's what got me watching. When in Vegas, I was watching Eliminate, and when I was seeing Randy doing it and everything, I was like, damn, that's what I always wanted to do. And I was doing that before I moved to Vegas. And then I stopped when I got to Vegas because I got with my daughter's mom, and she had kids, and I was trying to be a family man and take care of the family. So I did all that, gave up on, stopping doing merch. And then when I came back, I was like slowly trying to get back into it. I ordered all my parts, I ordered all my machines. So they're all sitting in the back room. Like, I have it like a whole shop ready to go. I just got to get my new prints done, and I already got my logo, got everything situated. I still just got to do the LLC and do all the business stuff that I'm still trying to figure out. Once I get that going, then it'll be, that's the main goal. That's what I really want. Financially, like, we put money aside, save here, save there. We got to, it's just, bills are so expensive. Oh my gosh. Like electric bill is like 500 something. My mortgage, life insurance, and car insurance, paying for all the cars. It's not cheap. Very expensive when I own 9 cars, so it's not cheap. And I'm still trying to buy one more, even though I sold 3 cars. So I'm trying to, I got a bunch of the cars on non-ops right now, so that helps because I'm not driving them. The other ones, like the other XP, the other XP, I need another motor. That one, the head gasket's done on it, but I have all the TRD parts, so I need to install all the TRD parts on there, all the leather interior. Like that car is going to be done. I have everything for the car. The only thing is I'm trying to figure out is the body kit. I would like to do, like, if I can, I would love to get the TRD from Bumper for that car just because it looked perfect for the setup. But I think that Bumper's like $2,000. I'm like, oh, that's a car. So it's a lot of money I gotta spend. You gotta play to pay. You gotta pay to play, because if you want to make content, I'm funding myself. So like I said, I don't do the whole donation stuff. Like, I work hard, save up, and I use the money. So that's why I buy a whole bunch of parts at the junkyard, and then I post it up on Facebook Market. I'll see like guys selling spoilers, like OEM spoilers for $140. And I'm like, dude, I'll just sell it for $65. So I paid $50 for it, so I'm only making $15 profit. I was like, $15, keep flipping it. Use that money for no, but it'll add up. Plus I feel bad. I'm not trying to rip people off. At least it just pays for the labor and the gas to get there and back for the junkyard. Financially, just grind, work overtime, save money. My wife, she does all the saving. So we'll put money in the saving account and don't touch it. So usually it will be for like the property taxes or my kids' birthdays. I'm trying to save up so I can go back to Washington so I can go visit my daughter, and I would love to road trip one day I want to road trip with the 240. So with the 240, I'm having issues with fuel. So like I said, I can only pump 5.5. I need to do better piping for the intercooler. I need a bigger intercooler. I want to drop it down now because it's upbound. So I got to do that. The waters or the oil squirters are inside the engine. I need to clean those out. So that's why it's making that ticking noise. So it's not a valve or anything. It's just that's what goes bad on the RVs. So I just gotta clean them and then put it back and it'll be fine. The engine's great. I just gotta I haven't started in a while. The oil, I do check the oil. Oil's fine. Everything's good. I gotta just check oil catch can because that's been full. So I'm pretty sure that's gonna be nasty when I empty it out. But yeah, this is my weekend. It's what, 11 o'clock, 11:16 right now. Once I get there back, then I go to my dad's. I gotta work on the 240 a little bit. The Nismo seats. If you watched the video, the Nismo seats did not fit. I sat way too high. So I got the Nismo seats for sale. I pulled out the NRG Cora seat. I'm gonna put back the S14 seat. I'm gonna change out the steering wheel, put back the Vertex. I want to do more of like a race style inside, more I guess drift. So no more, probably gonna get rid of the girly style because I know my daughter, she always asks, so how's the purple car? You doing anything to it? I'll keep telling her, sorry honey, can't do nothing to your car because technically that's gonna be my daughter's car, the 240. So I want to be able to drive it there and pick her up from the school or surprise her at the bus stop. Eventually one day we'll get that. I just got to get this other job. I guess I got to keep applying. I got to pass the test. I took the test last time and I failed. So I got to redo it again. I said I can't give up. I want it. So I want to do this. I want this career. It's not a job to me. That's a career. As much as I like driving and I'm good at it, it's just I need to, now I'm doing this, I gotta be able to be okay for my family. Like if I'm do trucking and I'm single, it's fine, I think. But when you gotta take care of your mom and dad, and then you gotta take care of 3 kids and my wife, and then all their expenses, clothing, food for the house, all the utilities, it's expensive. That's why I say, if you don't have kids, if you're young, don't have kids until you can afford it. And I tell my sons that, than me, you can just focus on getting a job. There's a lot of, kids in their teens and 20s right now. You guys are in competition. Like my generation, it's easy. Anyone can get a job. Now you guys need the degrees, you gotta have this and that. And I've seen people that, jobs that pay less than me, and they are asking you gotta have a master's degree or a bachelor's, and I'm like, the hell with that? That's whack. But yeah, so I'm just working, grinding, trying to figure out what videos I can make. If there's cars you guys want to see, like, let me know. So when I'm at a car meet or Cars and Coffee or a show, at least I can get it on video for you guys, so I know what you guys want to see. So if you guys want to see some dope rides, or a certain model or American cars or bikes or whatever, if it's there, I can catch it for you. Because I'm always just going to go to typical Nissans and Toyotas. I'm a VIP guy, so I'm always going to go VIP cars. If I see a drift car, I'm going to go drift car. Like I said, the XB, I'm 1 year in. I'm still learning. Love the car. I'm happy that I got it from my best man. And it's a forever car. I'll never get rid of it because that's, Danny's car. That was my best man in my wedding. So that's why I need a daily, because I want to start doing the headliner. I gotta put in the 2nd gen little thing with the light and the sunglasses. I gotta do the star lights, the new fabric. I got vanity mirrors from the LS460. I don't know if I showed you guys that in the videos, but I got those for the back seats now. And I gotta do my table in the back because I gotta make it into a bar. Like the XV, I want to go flat out on the XP just because it's small, it's easy, it's cheap compared to the LS460. Boy, that was expensive. I was paying like $2,500 on tires, and that's not even mounted yet. So I'm like almost $3,000 just for tires, mounted and balance. Yeah, it was expensive owning that car. That's why it's just the date night car, the weekend car, because that was my VIP dream car. So when I sold it, I still miss that car. I'm sad about it, but it was for the good. It allowed me to get my kids' cars set up so they can go be okay, buy parts for their car, and it was able to let me go see my daughter in Washington. So it was worth it. I was just a little sad to lose out on my VIP car. But that's why I'm going all out on the XP. I'm gonna VIP that. Been looking at a bunch of cars. I do like the MRS. I do fit in it, so I do like that. I was looking at GTRs too, but I just feel like if I'm gonna get a GTR, I want to make sure I have my house done, because I'm gonna spend like $80,000 on a car, and I don't like car payments, so I usually just cash everything. So if I'm gonna drop $80,000 on a car, I want to make sure I get fix my house. So working on getting the house done, get the backyard done, so at least I can have a spot where we can all get together and hang out. And I'll just drive a simple car. I do want to get, like I said, I need a daily. I need something that's cheap on gas, something small. I already have an idea what I want. It's just, and they're expensive. And I want to be able to, do stuff to that car that I can practice for myself and learn how, because I've been watching how to make wide bodies with the foam, and then shaping the foam, and then fiberglassing, and then carbon overlaying on the fiberglass. And I've been watching that, and I was like, man, that'd be a fun little hobby project I can work on. Learn how to fiberglass, so if anything happens with the drift car or the XP, I can fiberglass myself. So I want to do all that. I want to be able to do like simple things where I'm intimidated, like I want to learn how to work. So Randy did tell me he'll teach me how to do wiring, because I have hella lights I need to install the XP. I have the new headlights, I have the wiring for the headlights, I got to do the LED light bar in the front that does the startup effect. I have the lights for the interior, I have the door lights, I have everything needs to run wired to the doors, so when you open the door, the little lights I have will light up the XP, because if you notice there's only one dome light, it is dark in that car. So I want to put lights in the back. I still need to get the speakers from the homie Greg for the back windows, because I got those speakers now that bolt directly into the back window. So I got to do those. There's a lot of stuff I have for that car I gotta do. And the VIP tables. God, I gotta make my VIP tables. I gotta get the cardboard and start measuring it. And then get the wood, cut it. And then I have all the material. I gotta buy more material. So I used all the leather and all the felt. And I gotta go buy some more. So I'm thinking about the leather. I'm not sure what style yet, but I gotta find a fabric store, because I'm trying to knock off Louis Vuitton so I can do Louis Vuitton fabric for the roof. I want to go black, but black LV. So just I want to very exaggerate over amount of high-end stuff, even though it's knockoff material. I gotta do the shot glasses, the alcohol, the beer, the bar and the trunk. I got so much LEDs I gotta do run. I gotta put the new camera on. So a lot of stuff on the XP, I gotta do a lot of work. And yeah, that's pretty much what I gotta do all in one day. That's Sunday is my day off. But usually Sundays I'm either at the junkyard or taking care of my dad. or resting and recovering because I have a long day on Monday. Because usually Monday I'm heading out to somewhere far. I think I'm going somewhere far on Monday. A 3-hour drive there, then offload, and then come back, another 3-hour drive back, and then I'll do about 3 more loads. Yeah, that's pretty much what I do all day, every day, all week. So I try to push out a lot of content, but it's hard when, you know, I'm exhausted from driving all day. I do like 400 miles a day. A lot of moving around trailers. It's a lot of work. And, like, I always wonder, what do you guys drive? I never knew what any of my subs or people that watch the channel drive. Ooh, tire on the road. That would have sucked if someone hit that tire. That would have been bad. Sheesh. A lot of debris on the road. So, one thing in truck driving, what they teach us is you gotta always be able to know 4 to 6 cars behind you. And then I always know about 4 cars in front of me. So when I look back, I can always tell, oh, that's a new car or if that's a cop. So we're always gotta keep your eyes moving. Gotta always watch. That's one thing. And so the road's clear. I'm on I-5. Simple, nice. I would hold up the camera and show you guys, but if I hold my phone, the camera goes off and it'll say distracted driving, and then I get marked up for it. And tomorrow, I'm excited for tomorrow. I kind of want to see what a small little town like Gulf has, what car style they do out there. So we'll hopefully, you know, the guys will have the day off and be able to show and go. So I gotta detail the car, I gotta put the little back table armrest back in the car. I still gotta finish that, and I gotta do a lot of damn, this sucks, man. I got a lot of measurements I gotta do. I gotta get some cardboard. Have you ever thought about having an XP Cruise / car show? Yes. I wanted to do, I was talking to my buddy because Jose's family, they own a winery. So I wanted to do a Cars and Coffee at the family winery. Do real early, like not even long, just like 9 to 11 or 9 to 12. And then either if you like wine with your wife or girlfriend, you guys can have wine. Or you can, after that, we can go for a cruise. So and I was thinking of trying to get something like that together. But it's just rough because I only get one day off, and then usually that one day off I'm taking care of my dad or my family, like I was saying. So it's hard to put something together because I really would love to, you know, get to know everyone, get people to come out, because when I go out to places, it's like maybe 1 or 2 guys that show up with XPs, and then I would love to get more, you know, the Scion people to come out, just because, like, I'm new to the game. It's nice to just see more people, because when I go to a meet, it's always either nothing but GTR, Supras, and I'm the only XP. So it's gonna be nice to have a little bit more, so I'm not by myself. But yes, I'm so down to do a car show / you know, a meetup, hang out. Even if it's just a cruise, go somewhere, have something to eat together. You know, take pictures together, get a group, and then, you know, call it a day. So, I mean, I would love to do that. I mean, I do have weekends off, but I do work Saturdays. And, of course, the guy wants to jump out on the freeway. So I do work Saturdays just because it pays for my taxes, like I said, for my paycheck. But if I have vacation time, I use it, and I'll take the day off, and I gotta figure out, you know, a place to meet up. You know, hang out, either have breakfast together, and just be cool to learn more, because I learn everything from the Facebook group. Parts, Greg puts me on game. Like that's my plug. Like if I need to know something about XP, I go to him. He's the first person I call, ask him like, hey, I got this idea, this and that. And then he'll tell me like straight up like, oh, they already have that. They have it. Or he'll be like, I got that. Do you want to buy it? And I'll be like, hell yeah. So I still gotta buy the gems for the door handles that go in the socket. I still gotta put on the chrome handles. So I still gotta buy the gems from him, and I gotta buy the dad emblem, hood emblem for him, because I had the Junction Produce, but I need the dad one, and he has it. So perfect. I'm gonna buy from him. So I gotta give him the money for it and pick those up. And I still gotta do the AM cold air intake, and I gotta put the carbon fiber covers on the engine bay. So I got a lot of work to do. It's just, let me slow down a little bit. I got a lot of work I gotta do on that car, and I gotta do a lot of work on the Integra. But yeah, I'm just like I said, thank you, I appreciate it, brother. I'm trying, man. I'm trying to get this money to provide. So like I said, it's I know I hate to try to keep a lot of people are, I don't know how to say it. It just sucks because it's like I see everything that on the doctor for my father, so I know in advance because my sister works for Kaiser, so she can pull up everything before my dad knows. And it's rough because I see things that are not good, and my dad is not going to win. And he still believes that he's going to beat cancer, but it's not going to, he's not going to win. And it's going to be rough. I know. That's why I'm trying to mentally get myself prepared to, when the time comes, I got to take care of my mom, my stepmom, make sure she's okay. And I know my dad's my number one fan for YouTube, and I love it. Yeah, we bump heads. Me and my dad used to, fight all the time and argue, and he'd beat the shit out of me. So like my dad's a martial artist. My dad trains. My grandpa trained in the Philippines. They have a dojo out there. So you talk back to my dad, you get your ass beat. So it's one thing typical Filipino. If you're Filipino, then you know that martial arts and being a nurse is one of the big things. So I tried doing the nursing, and I couldn't afford to go to school, so I ended up becoming a truck driver. Work warehouse and truck driver. I always wanted to be a nurse. I've always wanted to work in the hospital, but financially I couldn't afford to put myself through school. And funny thing is that I know a lot of people laugh at me. I didn't even know what the hell financial aid was. If I would have known about that, I would have been freaking in school, having help from school to pay for my education to become a nurse. Like, I always wanted to be an RN. So it sucks that I didn't know. I didn't have no one to guide me. I was literally alone, just running the streets. And I'm blessed that I made it to this age. There's a lot of times, and where I'm from is like I've been shot at like hell of times. I've been shot at driving just on the freeway, going to Costco. My dad's been shot at going to Costco too. I mean, but this is Stockton for you. You don't live in a safe town. It's it's dangerous. You look at somebody funny, or you wear a certain color, you're gonna get, something's gonna happen. So that's why I kind of stick to myself, and I hang out with my buddies. I only hang out with my close friends from like high school. Other than that, they got family now, so it's like we do family stuff. I work a lot, so I don't get to hang out with them as much. And then Sunday is family day for them, so it's like I don't get to really hang out with them. Like all my buddies right now are in Vegas, and man, they're having so much fun. I wish I could keep up with them, but like I said, got to work and take care of the family until I can get this correction job. Then I can start, having some fun. But my priority is just take care of the family, take care of my parents. I want to be a good son. So I know me and my dad, we almost went at it with the Screaming Sticks once, and we didn't talk for a couple years. At the end of the day, it's still my dad. I want to, we have our good times, we have our bad times. And like I said, I do forgive him for all the things he's done. and He forgives me for all the things that, all the disrespect that I did. So that's it. It's part of life as, a child. I'm pretty sure a lot of people had that, bond, I guess, bond or whatever it is with their mom and dad. Like I said, it just sucks. I've had to do a lot of stuff to make money and get by and go to, that's why I got my hustle mentality, because I didn't have nothing. I was broke, man. No money, no nothing. So that's why I'm always working. I'm always grinding. So sometimes I carry my tripod, my mount, everything in the car everywhere I go with me. So if I'm gonna make content, I'll make it right there. Lately, I've been lazy and I've been forgetting to bust out, even if it's just the phone, to record and capture footage so I can edit it into other things. And just I don't know, got a lot of stuff going on, and it's frustrating. And I have no control. I have to accept there's no control. I have to accept what life gives me and just keep pushing. So I'm still just in Elk Grove, man. I got a long drive, so I gotta go all the way to the airport in Sacramento. Go drop this trailer off and then grab it in and come back. I'm supposed to be off at 12. It's 11:37. So I'll be heading, won't be back to 1:30. That's okay, that'll be my 12 hours, and I'll still have, I'll be good. I'll have 4 hours to spare, so I'll make good timing. I'll be okay. So I try not to use all 70 hours of my work, just so I can make it back and I don't have to pull over and log out and have someone come rescue me. Because after 70 hours, it's illegal to drive. So I try to calculate it to do 68 hours. I always try to have 2 hours to spare when I get back to the yard. Just so I can use those 2 hours for emergencies, or bathroom breaks, fuel, things like that. So I got 1 hour and 11 minutes before I gotta take a break. So I should be able to make it there in time, and I'll take a 30-minute break there and head back. Call it a day, and then go work on the 240. So I would love to do 240 content for you guys. I would love to, build more power with the RV, but financially I can't do it yet. I have to wait till I finish, pass the class, pass the background, and then go and do my 3 months of boot camp with them. And then out of boot camp, figure out where I'm going to work. Then boom, start working overtime there, and of course I'll take my days off and start building fast cars. Like the C10, we got a C10 truck, and we gotta get that going too still. So that one's gonna be a single turbo build. So that'll have the 5.3 out of the Tahoe. So that'll be a fun build, first American build. So I'm excited for that. And then we'll use the 240 or the C10 to actually tow the 240 to shows. So that's the goal with the 240 or the C10 build. So a big turbo on that one, and then top mount turbo on the RV. So I gotta get that Skyline motor going, man. Just gotta get this job. So I made it into the off-road. Sheesh. I'm tired. Got my, I should be drinking them, but I gotta say, wait. It's only 2 for $5 at the truck stop, so I got 2 of them. So what are your guys' plans for this weekend? I believe week is this kid in San Jose. I wish I can go, but there's no way I can make it on that Sunday. You guys gonna go to the Week Fest, man? Post some pictures. If I follow you on Instagram, let me know. If not, shit, tag me or something so I can start following you, because I get a lot of bots and I don't know if I should follow or they're trying to scam me. So if I see people with dope ass cars, I follow right away. That's the main thing. If I know you're a car person, I'm gonna follow you. Or if you like promote pictures and stuff, I follow that. And then, you know, take no pictures, I always put it on my stories. I always try to, I may not know them, but I always try to help everyone out. You know, I may not be able to financially support somebody like that, but I mean, if I can promote your picture and somebody sees it on my story, then they can go to you, follow you, and, you know, hey, I should try to show love as much as I can. So that's what, you know, try to do a kind thing for the day type of deal. And if you're on I-5, help, like, I want to say Stockton all the way to Sacramento, I-5, north and south, they got the new Durango sheriff cars, and they be pulling over people all the time out here. So if you're on I-5, be very careful driving here. Those new Durangos, they look like stock Durangos, but I sit up high so I can see the roof. You want to look for the 3 antennas. If you see those 3 antennas, then you know that's a sheriff car for the CHP. So that's one of the signs to give you guys a heads up. Just like me, I'm only doing, what, 57 miles an hour. That's how fast I drive. I don't go any faster than 55, 57 is what I do on the freeway. All the other truck drivers will pass me. I'm going to wait till this guy. But I don't speed. Everyone else to do like 63, 75, but no, I'm not going to do that. The rules are 55 in California. Safety. It's a habit to just practice safety. Drive slow. I always give everyone that's in cars right away. I always do my best to make it easy for you to get in. Sometimes, like, even if I know I see someone having struggle with their car to get on the freeway, I'll slow down traffic behind me just to help you get on the road. Because I see a lot of people trying to power out and get their car on the freeway and it just doesn't want to go. And then also you'll see hella smoke come out and then they're going. So there's, like I said, I try to do my best to help other people too on the road so they can be protected. Like I said, I love my job, don't get me wrong. I love truck driving, it's fun. I love doing it local. Now, sleeping in a truck every day, I'm good, man. I can't do it. I mean, if I was just driving to, like, say, I'm going to go take a trip to Washington and back, and I have to sleep in there, like, a couple days, that's fine. I can do that. But if I'm on a vacation, that, oh, you only work the West Coast. So I'd work from LA to Washington, loop around Montana, back to Texas to LA. But then somehow I ended up in Florida, in Georgia, in New York, and I'm like in the snow, sleeping in a truck that I can't run, and I'm freezing cold. I don't have no APU, which provides heat and let the car run, or the truck run. So I had a warm electric blanket. I had my freezer suit when I worked warehouse, my hoodie, my beanie, my sleeping bag. Man, I was sleeping in that truck while it snowed, and then in the morning I got to shovel the snow off my truck, and it was crazy. But I did that for 6 months, and I got some home time to go back, and I've only got like 2 week home time, then back again for another 6 months, and I did that for 2 years. Not fun. And when I came back, I got lucky because, you know, if you're Filipino, then you know that your elders are always aunties and uncles. Everyone knows everybody. So my dad worked at Kraft Foods warehouse in Stockton before they moved to Lathrop, and the HR was Filipina. And my dad was like, "Go talk to your auntie, and they need a truck driver for the yard." So I went there. I just went in the office, and she's like, "Go sit down, Johan. We'll pretend we're having an interview, but you already got the job." I was like, "Oh, sweet." So it was nice. I got to work inside and out. When it was slow out in the yard, I would come in the warehouse and help. I don't have to, but I did. And then it got to the point where my supervisor was making it seem like I'm a warehouse worker. I have to, hit numbers and do this. And I would still go in there and work and hit my numbers, but he was trying to push me to hit over 100%. I'm like, I'm just going to give you 100%. I'm not going to give you 115. I was like, and then I got to go outside and move another freaking 70 trailers. Hell no, I'm exhausted, and I work with no AC in the heat. So he got a big old deal about it, and then I had, I know my background, I know what, how to work with HR and how to talk to. So then I said to him, I was like, what's my job description? What was I hired for? And then he tried to say something like, oh, I'm the one, I give you your paycheck. And I told him no. I was like, you hand me my paycheck, but Craft Food pays my paycheck. I said, you just hand it to me. And he got pissed. So after that, he was hunting down whatever he can do to, get me fired. Look for any little reason, because he couldn't get me on it. I was always on time. I always did my job. I always took my breaks, clocked in and out at the right time. Like I said, when it comes to work, I'm a square. I am by the book. Don't get me wrong, no rat, but I was like, I'm by the book. If I will do exactly what I'm, paid to do, what I'm supposed to do, and I follow safety, because I want to make sure that when I go home with my, 10 fingers and toes. So I want to make sure that I'm safe. And I remember I was quitting, and then he was trying to write up some fake bullshit, so I was going to fire you, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, but luckily I had a self-job that, opportunity I was doing to make some money. And I was making good money at the time, and then I went through it and went through a divorce. So I was married before. When I was young, I was leaving to the Marine Corps, and I got hit by a forklift at work, and it jacked up my back. So that was my first back injury, and that took me off going to the Marine Corps. So that messed up my military life, and I always wanted to be a Marine since I was a kid. It's like, the thing is, I want to be a double dog. And so I lost sight on that, and then recovery, getting back. Then when I went through my divorce, I lost my RX-7 to my ex-wife. Then I don't know what they did with the RX-7, but I ended up seeing it on YouTube, and it was turned into a truck car. And I was like, hey, I know that car. And then I noticed the exhaust, the sticker on the bottom bumper. Then I saw the plates, and I pulled out, and I still got the registration on that car. That's my favorite car, Alan. And I checked it, and I was like, that's my car. And then I remember messaging them in the comments, and then they deleted the video. Like, they didn't want to show the video or whatever. And then I don't know why that was all about that, but I was like, dude, I just missed that car. It was a good RX-7. It was mint. And it was literally a real barn find. I found that out in Woodland, California, in Orange. It was literally in a barn for 14 years. Sat in a barn for 14 years. I went out there. I put in, it didn't have fuel, so I put in fresh fuel, played with the carburetor, cleaned it a little bit, fired right off, drove it out of the barn, and back all the way to Stockton. So that was, and I love rotary. I love the sound of the high RPM. I love hearing that buzzing noise when it's time to shift because of the red line. It was a great car. I loved it. And I had my four-door Civic at the time. It was just good on gas. When I got divorced, at that time I didn't even have a job. So I needed something reliable, and that's why I had to give up the RX-7, and I told her I'll take the Civic, and then you can have the RX-7. So I took the Civic, and yeah, that sucked, man. But it was nice. I miss my Civic. My buddy bought it, so I still get to see it. But yeah, that was a rough part of my life, going through that whole process. I had a lot of cars in my time. I think I owned like 35 cars in my lifetime, and I'm still trying to own more. Like me and my wife, we really want to get that new Corvette. We want all black with red guts, but I told her no new cars until we get the house fixed up, and then our job situation right, and then we'll that'd be our our gift to ourselves, so we can have a nice car for date night. Because currently we don't have a date night car anymore. I mean, the Lexus was the date night car. So the 240 still is the date night car, but I can't drive it because I have to pay registration. I'm not going to drive it dirty. I'm not going to get pulled over, and I'm not going to get the 240, impounded, because boy, I'd be sad if I lose that car. That's like, technically that is my dream car. That's my Skyline, shit. Got a fucking RV swap. So, and it's fast. Like, I gap 5.0s easy. Those new 5.0s. And I know it's because of weight to ratio. The car is gutted. And more power in a light little car. It's an automatic win. It's like Hondas. When you raise a turbo CRX that's 450 horsepower in a tin can, you're gonna get gapped. So that's one thing I like about I remember seeing you comment on Zosh's video of the car YouTuber. Yeah, I like Zosh, man. I would love to meet that guy. I always comment on his stuff. I watch his videos. I love his Integra. Big fan of his Integra. I remember when he first... I was watching Zosh when he had his Civic. Like his, the EJ, I think they're called, EJ, they're like EJ, the regular coupes, like back then. Like, I've been watching Zosh, watching Randy, I've been watching, Randy from Canada, Birdie, watching like all the, like, old, man, I've been doing YouTube since 2009, and like I said, I love Zosh's content, I love his work, I love his energy, I love his editing. His editing, I love his editing. So I love how he makes his videos. Like I said, I've always been a fan of Randy. Randy from Lemonade was always my favorite YouTuber, just because he reminds me of the homies from 8th Street. Like the whole Lemonade crew, that's all the homies from 8th Street. They remind me of them. So when I was in Vegas and watching Lemonade, it would make me get that, feeling of being home again. Because, everyone from Stockton, it was nice to... the way they kicked it and hung out, that's how we did it too. And being goofy and stuff made me think of like all my homies. And like I said, I love my crew from 8th Street. Those are my boys. That's family right there. So I don't hang out with them as much anymore because of work and being an adult. It sucks being an adult, having to take care of the family and pay bills. But it's part of being life, part of life. And yeah, I watch Adam LZ. I like watching there's like Dustin Williams. I watched him when he had Civic back in the day. I think he did first video I watched him do was like a Shinob or something on his SI. And then damn, now he's big with every single Skyline. Like I've been watching all these YouTubers when they were like super young. And I started YouTube as a singing YouTube because I like to sing. That was my thing. I like playing the ukulele and singing. So, and that was like 2009. We were all doing that shit. We're all singing, and that's when like Asians run the YouTube channel. Because the Vietnamese weren't rapping and Filipinos weren't rapping. They were all singing. That's why I was like always into YouTube. And it was funny, back in the 90s, I would have a like old school video camera recorder, and I would record like street racing and like all that stuff back in the day. And I think I still got a videotape at home. I gotta see about transferring that and then uploading some old footage of Arch Road days, because I would record like all the Arch Road racing, and I gotta look for that footage. So those were good days. There were 200 cars deep every night, Friday, Saturday, and then even Sundays we would come out and still race. It was fun. I miss those days. So now it's just like the whole sideshows. Not a fan of the sideshow thing. It's like, especially where we have to deal with that. So like when we go to Oakland or we're going somewhere in the Bay, and then or Stockton, they do sideshows as well. And we get to a light and we have freight, and you got people hanging on the back of our trailer, but we got locks, so you can't break into it unless you got bolt cutters, or they're trying to get inside the truck. So I have to, keep my tools on me. So if someone gets to my window, I gotta, get them off. And there's been one time where my buddy was driving his truck and they tried to jump on his truck on the freeway. So like there's, it's not safe anymore. Like I said, I know in my job you can't carry any weapons. So like I do Eskrima. I've been taking martial arts since I was 5. So like if someone pulls out a gun, yeah, I'm done. I ain't gonna have no heat on me. I would love to carry, but you can't do that here. Job don't carry weapons. But yeah, there's a lot of dangerous things out here in trucking. Like you got to deal with. You got a lot of road rage. Summertime is crazy road rage. I've seen people get out of the cars and fight and go all at it, and they got kids in the car, and the kids are crying, and I'm like, oh, what the hell? But it's like this. Like I said, I give everyone the right of way. I don't. Like I'm going 55. Like if I'm in the slow, I get in the slow lane. I keep my ass in the slow lane. I'm not in the fast lane. Maybe I'll get in the middle lane because I know I got to merge into another exit or something. But I'm gonna stay out of the way because I know everyone's in a hurry. We live in a different generation, and see a lot of stuff. Like I've seen like bad crashes where they're covering the body with the towels. Like I've seen a lot on this road. It sucks. Like, be careful driving, guys. Yeah, I would hate to, see anything ever happen to any, subscriber or anyone in person. Like, I don't want to see nobody get hurt. I want to see everyone live a long life and enjoy, and hopefully we can all get to an old age and look back and be like, damn, lived a good life. And that's all I want. I'd be happy to live to my dad's age. My dad's 87 years old. And I would love to make it there. And I'm going to make it there if I keep drinking this stuff. But I work so much, I need energy, and I got to go get... I'm going to go get coffee creamer because I got to drink coffee instead. So for sure, I'm going to get coffee creamer today. If you drink coffee and if you could find the waffle, Eggo waffle, that is the shit. That is like the best coffee creamer ever. And I have not seen it in so long. They used to have like at Food for Less and Walmart. And I haven't seen it there. I gotta check like Target. I gotta hunt that stuff down. But yeah, this is my everyday. I don't do nothing. I'm a very simple person. I talk to my friends like on Instagram, sending each other videos and memes and being goofy as shit. And it's cool because like I don't get to see them, but at least I get to talk to them through social media. So I know I'm always, and that was whoever's G37 that was on I-5 going south. Man, your fitment was the shit. That was clean. Damn, that was hella clean. Yeah, so that's one thing I do like. Jump on the conversation, but one thing I like about truck driving is I get to see all these dope ass cars, especially the weekend. I like going to Red Bluff. That road there, every time I'm on the way back from Red Bluff, I see nothing but drift cars. Miatas, 240s, sometimes the Skyline, sometimes the Supra, and their right-hand drive. So I don't know what the hell's out there for a track or what, but everyone's towing their cars or driving it. There's always dope Subarus, WRXs, and STIs. Like, man, there's so many dope cars out there that way that's just traveling. And I don't know if they're just heading into Oregon or what, but God, it's so dope. I love driving 55. So I always see dope rides. And I always I seen one, only once I saw like a fixed up Prius, and it was dope. It was lowered, had fitment, it was just bobbing. Just checking my mirrors. I'm almost at my location, so once I get there, I'll have to check in and get off live. Yeah, so why do you persecute the flesh channel? And has been struggling the way he has with the amount of subscribers he has. For the comment, so why do you personally think Zosh channel fell? I think when he, I noticed when I watched his videos, his content wasn't dull to him. You can tell that he got big fast, and he took it to the head, and he lost I don't want to say the realness, I guess, of just making vlogs, just being him, because that's when I love watching Zosh, is when he's himself. Just be yourself. Like, that's what I love the most. Like when Randy was more of a business, it was more business videos. But you know, like I said, when it's the people around Randy that was entertaining to watch. I like watching YouTube. Like I said, I'll put it on and I'll put it through the speakers and I'll listen to it, and it's just the conversation. I like watching YouTube videos where it's like it's almost like you're with them, you're interacting with them, you're living a day-to-day type of deal. Because if you're like me, where you really can't go anywhere, you're stuck, you got to do this and do that, and so it's like watching videos. It's like kind of like living through someone else's what's it called, life, I guess. But yeah, that's I think it's Zosh is starting to get back into the real life type of deal with his vlogs. It was more and more into more business, and I know that is his business, but it's I think well, I mean, I don't know how. I never been to the scene out in Florida, and I would figure he'd have more opportunities to link it with other people and, you know, hanging out and doing a lot of content. I mean, I would love to see him do more like car meets. Go out there and show what they got out there, because I mean, dude, Florida got all the dope ass cars. If you go on Facebook Market, you can see all those cars for sale. It's always in Florida, and they're dope JDM cars. So I know they got dope cars out there. And like Zosh's friend Randy, like I would love to see him finish that RSX, man. That RSX is stupid clean. Motorcycles. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I always watch his stuff. Even if I don't watch it, I'll just click on it, like it, and then, you know, get off just to support him on a like. So that's one thing. It's like my YouTube, that's just a hobby. I do this for fun. I like to get to know more people in the car community. I like to bring the car community together. I would like to, you know, bring more people to come out and, you know, do stuff with me and the regular traffic crew. Because I mean, it's like, I don't know. This is my safe zone, I guess. My safe space as far as it's, you know, relaxing. I love learning from other people, their story on how, you know, they built their car, why they built their car, and I am one of those guys where I like cars more than I like women. So that's the honest truth. Like, I could care less about a car show model. I prefer looking at the car. So, as I said, it's just relaxing. I would love to see more people get into that. Getting to my location. I will see you guys in the next live, I guess. I'll be streaming tomorrow, or live stream tomorrow at Cars and Coffee. So I will see you guys then in the morning. So I'll probably start a vlog today on cleaning the car, getting it ready. Oh man, we had to pull forward now. And get it ready for tomorrow. I want to make it look nice and clean. Yeah, it just went hello wide. Shit. Hey, did it. Woo! So, yep. I'll see you guys in the next live tomorrow. So we'll do a little vlog, both and live. So, alright, y'all. Thanks for kicking it with me. Appreciate it. Love you guys. And like I said, drink your water. Alright, y'all. Peace.